Well, happy Friday, everyone. I'm King 5 Meteorologist Adam Claibon. It's Good Friday. Some of you have the day off. It's a holiday weekend, and some of you have plans here for the weekend. And at least as we're heading into Friday evening, we're going to stay dry. But there is a good amount of rain ahead, especially for the holiday on Sunday, Easter, where it looks like it is going to be more of a soaker ahead into that day. And we still have some chillier and more active weather to come into the beginning of next work week. So let's go ahead and get into it, because you can see skies right now are beginning to clear on out, and we are going to see at least a sunnier start to our holiday weekend. This is the forecast here as we go throughout the next few days. Today up to about 54 with most of the showers pretty much out of here now. Tomorrow starting off dry, increasing rain chances later on into the day. Kind of breezy too, getting those winds up to 20 miles per hour, and more to come, not only just of the wind but the rain as we head on into Sunday, where it looks like that's going to be the wettest day here over the next 3-day stretch. So we just got this first system out of here, and the next one, well, that's right behind. You can see the clouds that are now beginning to build just off of the coast, and that will be the one responsible for some of the rain that we'll have going on into the mid and latter part of the day tomorrow as that heads our way here over the next 24 hours. Now, skies are cloudier in a few spots. Bellingham definitely noticing more of the cloud coverage in place there. A few breaks up here looking at Paradise, and it looks like overall snow levels are going to remain relatively high, so we might pick up a little more snow here at Paradise as our snow levels are about 5,000, 5,500 feet, but the farther down you go, getting up around 3,000, 4,000 feet, we're talking Snoqualmie and Stevens Pass, probably might be the majority of that precipitation rain, or maybe a mixture of rain and snow, meaning limited accumulations here as we go throughout the next couple of days. So if you are traveling across the state to try to go see some family here, I think you're going to be okay. So still a lot of active and wet weather across the southeast U.S., and we have some here across parts of the Pacific Northwest, and you can start to notice that that is beginning to wane after some of the more steadier rain here throughout last night and early this morning. Still seeing some of that across the foothills of more Pierce and King County. Also seeing some of those showers where we have those darker clouds up across Whatcom County just north of Bellingham, and you can see around Snoqualmie, Enumclaw, getting closer to Buckley, down around Elk Plain. Some light shower activity in some of those parts, but out closer to the coast, more spotty off and on, very light rain. But the steadier rain, it's coming back in with that next system as it's working its way in from the Gulf of Alaska, and it's heading right towards us, and it's going to bring in a somewhat weakish, maybe moderate atmospheric river. That's why we're expecting some heavier rain totals with that as we head into Sunday. I'm going to show you what I mean with that in a second, but first, future radar here. Into the evening tonight, dry on into early tomorrow. We're saying dry for the most part. I think about 10 o'clock is when we start to see some of those showers arriving, and it might even wait a little while longer until tomorrow afternoon. Overall, though, the pattern is increasing rain chances throughout the day on Saturday, and we'll really start to see that fill in later on into tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. And the same spots that saw the rain shadowing from this past storm, that's around Camano, Whidbey Island, more around Mount Vernon, Bellingham. Probably going to be the same spots again that get more of the rain shadowing. That will limit some of the rain totals that we'll get from this. So you'll see that move on through, and then we get an even more impressive push of some moisture, and this is going to be with that weak atmospheric river as we head on into late Saturday night and throughout the day on Sunday, which will help produce a lot more of the heavy rain, and that will continue throughout the day Sunday on into your Monday, and we're still going to keep some showers around even as we head on into the start of next work week. So I wanted to show you the totals first, all the way through just after midnight Saturday, heading into early Sunday morning at 3 a.m. You can see most spots around a half an inch, maybe just a bit more, with those areas rain shadowed around Oak Harbor, Everett, Bellingham, picking up less. Then as I go ahead and fast forward this, you'll see that the totals that are around a half an inch, maybe an inch, even out there along the coast, really start to pick up. And we're expecting another inch to maybe an inch and a half in some of those locations, which will put us at a total here as we head into early Monday morning, around 2 to 2.5 inches in most of our locations, with those rain shadowed spots picking up closer to about a half an inch of rain, maybe even less around Friday Harbor and Oak Harbor. So the forecasted snow, with the snow levels staying as high as they're expected to be, will be generally around maybe an inch or two for Stevens, Crystal Mountain, and White Pass, due in part because we're still a little higher up, around 4,000 feet. Snoqualmie Pass expecting absolutely nothing, and then those higher elevation spots for Hurricane Ridge and Mount Baker picking up just a bit more, maybe even closing in on a foot. So as we continue on here throughout this weekend and on into the start of next work week, you can see the rain that just keeps on coming. We're going to keep that pattern going, and then more of the white and the pink start to show up as we go deeper on into Tuesday and maybe even Wednesday too, as cold air will eventually start to pile up. So those spots that don't get in on much of the snow across the ski and snow resorts, we are expecting it to at least start to feature a little more snow by that point. Today's forecast, low to mid 50s. Farther north, those rain chances more spotty in nature, more partly sunny skies than anything else here for the rest of today. Mid 50s around Bellevue, 57 in Monroe, and then again more of those rain chances, especially into the foothill communities farther south for Pierce County, with highs staying in the mid 50s. And your forecast for tonight, low to mid 40s for lows. So again, keeping those numbers elevated because of the cloud coverage, and that's something that we'll keep really more of as we go throughout the next few days with the rain chances that we're expecting. But that also means that highs will probably also stay slightly below average as we go all the way through not only just next Monday and Tuesday, but maybe even through a lot of next week, with average highs now up to about 57, 58 degrees. None of our numbers are going to get up to that point here as we go over the next coming days. But it does look like it's going to start to quiet down at least a little bit as we go deeper on into next week, and more of that heavier rain that we're going to see on Sunday will probably be more of light rain as we go through a lot of next work week. So overall, yeah, the forecast definitely looking like it's going to be a soggy one here for the weekend. So the plans I know that you have for outdoors, make sure to have something else maybe in the back of your mind if you want to have alternate plans that you can do. Take care, everyone. Have a fantastic Friday. We'll talk to you soon.